Welcome. It is March 30th, 2023. Where's it is 11:49 p.m. So you guys will ring in the last day of March with me. Yeah, I'm totally gonna pass out at any moment, but there's so much going on my head anyway. I don't even think I could really fall asleep until I say this all out of my system anyway. So just listen and, question, comment anytime. I'll read them all after I finish my story. So let's start the story. Girl, you are so impressive, Chair. I'm feeling I'm feeling better after I showered and, like washing up and stuff. And then once I got here, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to like pass out. But I mean, it's not even midnight yet. I can't even remember the last time I slept before midnight. So I don't think I'm really gonna pass out anytime soon. But definitely, I just want to share my story first, and then I'll go. So let's start where I left off. Yeah, I'm going. All right. So I'm still completely shocked. How the heck did I make it in the top 10 people when I can't even make it into lists that are like top 300? Who the heck knows? All right. So I'm still in disbelief. How did I get into the top 10 for Juhani M Countdown? Right? Anyways, I'm going, okay? I'm going. And it's been, well, where is my math? It's 4 years. It's been 4 years since I've been to M Countdown. And so, yeah, I'm on the way there. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels longer than I remembered. Who knows? 4 years ago, I was 4 years younger. Maybe I was more, young and vital 4 years ago. So, yeah, so I was just like, man, it's a long way to go. But then, the thing is, the memory I had of M Countdown in 2019, sadly, that time I went in 2019, it was the last time I saw Wano in Monster X. Yeah, so when I was going back, on this route going to M Countdown, I couldn't help but think, oh my gosh, yeah, this all looks familiar. And then I remember that sadly, yeah, all those measures. But when I went to M Countdown and seeing Wano there with MX, I saw them perform Follow. And so but I did remember that Wano didn't seem super happy at the time, because it was when like his news, and stuff was coming out during this time. And then very unfortunately, the next day after I saw them pre-record for Follow, and then then the news broke that Wano is leaving Monster X. So sadly I didn't really have good memories going down this memory lane. It's like, oh, I remember coming here 4 years ago, and then remembering like, oh wait, that was the last time I saw Wano in Monster X. So yes, I was feeling like so many things on the way there. But I'm like, it's been 4 years. Wano is doing great. He's in the military, and I'm only here to see Juhani. Nothing to think too much about, So anyway, so I'm going there, and like, oh, I don't remember walking this long, and blah blah blah, all those thoughts. And so then I see the M Countdown building, and I'm like, oh yeah, still looks exactly the same, but some of the stuff like around the building changed a little. That's it, but it still looks pretty much exactly the same. And yeah, so the first thing I did was go to a cafe. Yeah, I went to a cafe to get a drink and just rest and chill. And I was talking with customers actually during that time. I'm like, I have so much time to kill because I was super early. I'd rather be super early than late, you know. And so because if I did get there late, I would be put in the back of the line, and so it's not worth taking. And so I was there super early, and so yeah, I was doing some work, and then the process started, right? And so how it works is that, you know, they tweet out in their Starship. What did I just say? There's the Starship staff Twitter. They tweet out how the meeting place looks like, and I'm like, I know exactly where that is. I was just there, and so I felt all good, like, you know, Shirley's gonna go okay. But then once I get there, I'm like, okay. So there's lots of lines there of like all different groups, and none of them seem like Monbibis or like related to Monster X or Starship, anything like that. And I'm just like, And I was there like 10 minutes early. So I was there 10 minutes early. And I was like, okay, I don't see anything that looks like, you know, my line. And so I just decided to wait a little bit. I'm 10 minutes early. Maybe they will appear like 5 minutes early. And so, you know, I was like a little bit worried. I'm like, how the heck can I find them? And like, I don't know like how any of the Starship staff like in general look like, because I want to believe they change all the time. And so anyways, so I'm just, you know, I'm just waiting a bit, and then I see, you know, more people are lining up in this area, and so I just decided like maybe 5 minutes before the time to meet up, I decided to like look around to see if anyone seems like a Monbibit or a Starship staff. And so while I'm looking through like all these lines, I see a girl, and she has a Starship bag in front of her, and it seems like she's like lining up behind the Starship bag. And I'm like, wait, you know, there are other Starship artists here too. And so I remember Gravity was gonna be there, so I'm like, oh no, what if this is like the Gravity line? But then so the Starship bag, right? But then I see the girl in front of it, and she's holding a Monster X light stick, and I'm like, okay, surely this is Juhan's line, right? Surely, right? And so, but still I wasn't sure, but she totally looks like a fan, okay? Because she has the Monster X light stick, and like she's like behind the Starship bag, and so she totally looked like a fan. And also she looks young as well. And so anyway, so I just approach her, and I'm just like, you know, is this the line for Jew Honey? And at first she didn't hear me, and I'm like, oh, is this the line for Jew Honey? And she says, oh yeah, it is. I'm like, okay, great. And so assuming she was a fan, I assume she was a fan. And so the thing is, in the name list, I'm number one, okay? Okay, I know. Like, I already, like, you know, freaked out with you guys about it yesterday, but I still can't believe I got in the top 10. But also, how the heck did I get number one? I don't know. I don't freaking know. I got number one before for Wano's pre-recording for Show Champion. But then again, when I got number two for his Inkigayo live taping. So I'm like, I don't know how that happens, guys. I have no idea what I just do every time I sign up. I do exactly the same. Top 300, I don't get in. Top 100, I don't get in. Top 10, for some reason I get in, and I get number one. What the heck? I don't know. So yeah, so I just want to let you guys know there's no secret. I don't have any secret. I do exactly the same thing every time I sign up, and it's just pure luck. It has to be. There's no explanation, right? But do rest assured, I don't pay people, all right? Let's remember there were, I saw proof of it. There are Monbibis that pay people to like, you know, put in their name really fast into the application so that hopefully they can be in the top spots. And so for sure they exist. And who knows if some of them do it for Juhani's M Countdown live taping. Who knows? All right, but anyways, like, maybe for this time I wasn't competing against people that were paying for it, maybe, and that's how I got number one. Or who knows, maybe I got number one and I beat someone who actually paid for someone. Who the heck knows? Okay, so just FYI, legit pure luck. So my luck is crazy, as we can see. Like, sometimes it's really bad, as I just told you guys. Sometimes it's really good. I'm still in disbelief. And so anyway, so I'm number one, right? And so since she's the first one in line, so I tell her, oh, I'm number one. So I'm just assuming, you know, that I will stand in front of her, right? But then, so after I told her, oh, I'm number one, then she says, line up behind me, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I didn't want to like, I didn't want to confront anything, okay? So I didn't want to confront anything, and so I just listened to her. Okay, she said, oh yeah, yeah, stand behind me, and so I listened to her. Thank goodness I don't have like what's the word? I don't have like what's the word? I don't really think second thought too quickly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the type to be like, oh, why? I'm number one. Why am I behind you? Like that wasn't the first thought that came to my mind. Thank goodness. Okay, the first thought that came to my mind is just, I'll listen to her. Okay, so yeah, let me listen to her. Oh, okay, and so I stand behind her, right? So I stand behind her, and then that's when I was like thinking, how come this girl is telling me to stand behind her? And then 1 second later, I'm like, oh, she's the staff, not a fan. And so yeah, she must be okay. So I guess she was there, like, lining up and standing there, you know I don't know, like a fan for some reason, but maybe that's to make us like identify them easier. I don't know. And so yeah, so I'm just very thankful that I didn't confront that, and that she was actually the staff to help us, excuse me, to process everything. And so then, yeah, so I stand behind her and I'm just waiting until it's time to check in. And then the thing is, so my heavy bag, because I wanted to prepare for everything. So I had a very, very heavy bag of all my stuff, including 4 MX Reason albums, just to be safe, you know. But I had a feeling I didn't need these albums. But anyway, so I bring all my stuff in this heavy bag, and I'm the first one to check in. And so the first thing I do is that I show them just my cards, and like there's something on my cards that says I'm verified, that I have all the reason stuff and everything. And so I just show them all these things first, and then if they ask for anything more, then I'll show it to them. And so I just show them all this, and after they look at that, then they're like, okay, you're good. And I'm like, yep, that's what I thought was gonna happen, but it's okay. It's okay. Better safe than sorry, as always. So in the future, whenever I go to a music show, at least as long as like they don't have another comeback after Reason, then I'm all good. I'm all good, and just had to bring these 3 small things and don't need to bring anything else. So now we know for sure don't need that. So it's all good, it's all good. And so yeah, since I was the first one, and check in super fast because I didn't have to show anything additional since I was already verified. Then the girl gave me the wristband, and then she tells me, okay, come back here at blah blah blah, which was 1 hour later. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, can I just go now? And she's like, yeah, you can just go. And I'm like, okay. Legit took 30 seconds. I mean, that's the benefit of being first. So I was like, wow, 30 seconds, I was done. And then I had an hour to kill, and that's when I ate that pasta. Okay, hold on, I need to calm down. Not that I'm getting excited, but it's just because I'm tired, I can feel my body like rejecting something. Do you guys get what I mean? So just let me calm down so that my body doesn't like what's the word? Doesn't reject me. As I don't know. I don't know. I don't know good English words anymore. Okay, so anyways, I'm almost done with the story. Okay. No, I'm not almost done. I'm not even inside the venue yet. Okay, okay. So an hour to kill, and then I go back, and I see the note, the same staff people, so I know clearly where to go now. It's all good. And then this time they're just checking that we're all with our wristbands, and the number that's on, that we're all in the in order. And then yeah, they check it, and then they give me the broadcast card at that time. So right at that time, and I'm thinking I'm the first one, so whatever is gonna be the first card on their pile of broadcast cards, that's gonna be me. And I'm like thinking, what are the chances it's gonna be a unit card of Gion with Juhani? Okay, if you guys were here when I talked about it yesterday, they tell you in advance that the broadcast card they're giving, what type it is, and so they already said in advance this is the unit broadcast photo card. And I'm like, it would be hilarious if I get the one with Gion in it. I'm like, that'd be hilarious. But then, I'm like, I'm not here for Gion. I'm here for Juhan. So any card that has Juhan in it, I'm gonna love it. And also because the last broadcast card, it was Minhyuk and Gion. And so regardless, whatever card I was gonna get today was gonna be a new one. And I'm like, I'm all for it, okay? So, so, the staff gives me the card and I see it and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? So I'm just one disbelief after another. Like the luck just keeps rolling in for some reason. It was a 1 out of 5 chance, right? What? 1 out of 4 chance. 1 out of 4 chance. So it was a 1 out of 4 chance. Yeah, and here it is for you guys to see. The unit photo card of Juhan with Gihyun. Isn't that hilarious? Hilarious! Hilarious. And this is how the back looks like if you're curious. Just red and reason like that. Hilarious, right? Hilarious. I say it's hilarious, but I'm not laughing, but it is hilarious. So yeah. Yeah, I was, I'm just like, gosh, it's just so much going on, like, it's all great, right? It's all great, but there's like so much going on. I was like gonna pass out. I was like, come on, really? Like, it's good, okay, it's good, but the shock and disbelief just, I can't handle it. Okay, so I see it, and surely the fans behind me, they're not like trading. Surely not. We're like all Juhani fans, I assume, right? But but I'm not saying or showing to them like who's my bias, but I'm here for Juhan, so hopefully they think yeah, I like Juhan. And so anyways, surely no one was trading cards, but would be interesting if they did. Maybe they're like, oh, I already have this, then maybe they would trade with someone. But anyways, but I was like, I just kept to myself, no way I would want to trade it, regardless. And when I get broadcast cards from Starship, I never want to trade with someone. Like, I've never done that before because I don't know, it just doesn't make me feel good. I like to just get what luckily comes to me. So even if it's not Gion, I don't want to trade it unless someone like begs me. I don't know, but I would rarely find someone that wants to trade a Gion card with whatever I have anyway. So yeah, so I always like to just get what is given to me. It's just so crazy. So at this point, we're waiting outside. So we're waiting outside and until Mnet staff tells us to go inside. So yeah, so we're just waiting there, and it took 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes of waiting outside, and I'm like, yeah, it's just the way it is, just the way it is. And so finally, a staff, Mnet staff, tells us which line goes in first. And so the first line that gets to go in is G-Idol Miyeon fan club. Yeah, I mean G-Idol fan club, but for Miyeon. Okay, so they go in first. Yeah. And so I think that makes sense. Even though Juhani debuted before Miyeon as a singer, but she was there longest as an M countdown MC. So yeah, they consider that like as more priority, which totally makes sense. I have nothing against that. I think that totally makes sense. She has been there for such a long time at M Countdown, and so her fandom gets to enter in first, and then we, for Juhan, we enter in second. So I was all for that because I was honestly so nervous because since I was number 1, would I be the first one to go inside, but I wouldn't know where to go, because I haven't been to one for MC Juhan before, and so I was like, oh good, I'm actually really happy about that. So yeah, so first Miyeon's fan club and then Juhan fan club right after them, and so we just stay in this line, and then going inside. And so while going inside, they tell us, oh, the security guards open, they would check your bag, so like open up your bag so that they check inside because they have new rules. Okay, so new rules that they didn't have 4 years ago. So regardless, you can never use your phone during the broadcast, never ever. Okay, so yeah, so that's always been a rule. But then a new rule is that you cannot bring in a tablet. I don't know why. I was like, a tablet? Like, is it because it's like more fancy or something? So or I think also if you have like a fancy camera, I don't think you're allowed to bring that in either. But they kept repeating very they kept repeating it like you really is not allowed to bring a tablet. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I don't have one. Okay, so I was like, okay, I'm all good. And so yeah, so then going inside that building now, that that building I kept showing you guys in my Instagram live. Yeah, so now we're going inside that building, and yeah, they tell us, have your bag open because security guard needs to look inside just to make sure you don't have anything that's like problematic, I guess. And so I'm walking in, prepared with my bag, shown as open as possible. He looks inside and he said, "Okay, you can go in." And I'm like, "Okay." And so I go in and I'm just following the line, And so as I'm walking in line, and then they have a sit down inside, waiting until we can go inside the M Countdown studio. So yeah, so I do remember they would do something like this. So I appreciate at least now we're waiting inside. Okay, one sec. I need to calm down. When I say calm down, I think I mean I need to like take a break. That's what I mean. Man, I have so much to say, but I'm gonna try and condense it. Okay, so inside now, sitting, and as it was like getting closer to 6 p.m., I'm like, why are we not going inside yet? What's going on? Oh no! And so it was weird. But while I was waiting, sitting down inside, that's when I was seeing these K-pop singers pass by. So I'll save that story for another time because I think you guys told me who they are, but let's talk about that next time. And so yeah, I thought that was interesting. I've never had that happen to me before. Yeah. So anyways, then actually I did have something like that happen to me before. That's a conversation for next time. Okay. So finally, at around 6 p.m., like a few minutes before 6 p.m., and M Countdown starts at 6 p.m. A few minutes before 6 p.m., finally, they tell us to stand up and go inside. And here's the thing. It seemed, since they were checking our bags, I thought, we when we go inside, we have to take our bags with us. That's what it seemed like to me. But then, before going inside, they're like, you can leave your bags here and go inside and Countdown Studio. And I'm like, no way. And I was so happy because my stupid heavy bag. Okay, so I was very relieved that I could leave it there. I can't remember if they did that last time. I think they did. Like 4 years ago, I think they did. But I again, anything can change in 4 years. And so anyway, so I was so grateful, was able to leave my bag there. So I just left all my stuff there. I didn't even bring my phone. It's like, it's not allowed to use your phone anyway during the broadcast. So I just left everything in my bag, safely inside the building. And then now we're going inside in Countdown Studio. So I'm just following the line. So I'm first for Juhan, and so I'm just following behind the last fan for Mion's fan club, and so I'm just following, going single file inside. And so everyone for G-idle Mion, they were all standing in this area. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going there. But then I hear some people talking, and then I see Juhan and Mion were already there. I was like, what? And so yeah, so I'm standing in this section, just following the Mion fan club crowd. And so why Juhan and Mion was already there, they were rehearsing the interview stuff. So at the time when we got there, they were rehearsing the interview with Mamamoo girls. Yeah, but only two of them, Solar and Moonbyul. Yeah. I just need to take breaks. Okay. So first off, I mean, I've seen Mamamoo perform before, but that was my first time seeing them super up close. So I was like, fascinated with that. But then I was like, oh my gosh, but Juhan is right there, and so that was really exciting to like see him right away, and then me on the other side. And so they're just going about it like normal, like they they're not interacting with us yet, so they're in the middle of rehearsing their interview. And so my spot, um how I should have brought paper, or no, okay, so imagine this area is where Juhan, Mamamoo, and Mion is. Okay, so they're in this area. Okay, and then the stage, the M Countdown stage, is this big old thing. Okay, so that's the stage, right? And so most of the fans, to see the stage up close, they would want to go here, be in this area of the standing, right? Except since MC area is over here, and also that's where they do the interviews and stuff as well. So it's so it's this area, and so Mion fan club was already like here, front row seat of, to see them clearly. And so with me, oh my gosh, with me being the first one right after Mion fan club, so I decided to stand here, somewhere here, because this was already all full. The first row of this was already all full for Mion fan club, and so I just stood right next to the last person of Mion's fan club. Ooh, right here, right here. And so in my opinion, I thought my view was great. Okay, so even though I'm off to the side, but I could still see that whole area really okay. And also even better, I was the first row, and so I really thought it was fine. I thought it was fine, and yeah, I could see them very clearly, even if it was from the side. Yeah, and that's just the way it is. Me and fan club, are able to take that whole section, since they were entering first. But I wonder, do they alternate? They possibly alternate. That might be more, what's the word? More fair, maybe. But I wouldn't blame them if only me on if only me on fan club goes in first all the time. Yeah, I don't blame them. But I think it would be nice if they could alternate. Yeah, that would be nice. But anyway, so yeah, so this time, yeah, we were second, and I still felt like I saw it fine. Yeah, yeah. So then while they were rehearsing for interviews, so after Mamamoo, then it was another boy group. I forgot what they were called. I apologize, but yeah, then they rehearsed with this boy group. And then after that, all the rehearsal for interview was done, and then M Countdown live show was about to start soon. And so the most I can remember was that Juhan, looking for all the Monbebe, so he's waving to all of us, but we were like scattered around. And so yeah, so just to keep things short, because I think I really should go to sleep soon. So just keep things short, he was just being like a normal guy, if that's the best way to say it. So like he's looking for us and like waves at us, and so yeah, so I waved back at him. So again, like, since I was front row, I want to believe surely, yeah, he saw me pretty clearly. And like there's other Monbibis next to me, and like they at least the Monbibin next to me, like right here, she for sure was a honey bias, because I saw that her light stick says Jew Honey on it, and a sticker of Jew Honey's name on it, and then her phone background is of Juhan and her, because she went to go see him at a fan sign. And so yeah, because I can tell like the hair is exactly the same. And so yeah, and so she has met him at a fan sign before. And so yeah, and that's her phone background. Total honey bias, and so yeah, and then the other Monbibis around me, I'm sure must be all honey bias. I'm sure, right? And so yeah, so they were definitely very excited, and so they kept trying to talk to Juhan. Totally understandable, but the thing is, it's so noisy, and we weren't like super close to him, so I felt like it would be very difficult to try to have a conversation. But they tried, and like they could communicate a little bit. But for me personally, maybe my hearing is really bad, but like I saw that he was trying to say something to us, like just in general our area, but I'm like, dude, I can't hear anything you're saying. But the girls like next to me, I think maybe they were able to like guess what he was saying, but I'm like, I have no idea what you could be saying. And so I felt kind of bad, like Jew Honey was like trying to talk to us, but I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying, but it's okay anyway. So um I'm just trying to think, what are the most important things to say? Um, You know, can we save this for part 3? Okay, so I think there's like so much details from everything that happened at M Countdown. Yeah, I think I can be okay tomorrow to share it. And then surely I'll be in a better condition. But yeah, I am worried if I'm gonna forget something, but at this point, because I feel my body, you know, rejecting what I'm doing right now, like it really wants to go to sleep, so I think, oh, I was talking for 30 minutes. Wow. No wonder my body was rejecting me. Okay, okay. So I think this is a good part 2, and let's wait for part 3 tomorrow. I think I might do it right when I wake up, just because, you know, I just want to make sure that I don't forget anything, you know. So yeah, so thank you for joining for part 2. I'll do part 3 when I wake up tomorrow, or I don't know. We'll see how I feel like. So part 3 is going to be talking about everything that happens during M Countdown and how it goes, you know, with how it was with like Honey there, and then seeing the performances and like all the details is better. I should share it tomorrow. So I think this is good. Okay, so I'll read you guys' comments and I'm gonna go. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Ah. Delirium says, now you know they will have another comeback with Shanu? What do you mean by that? No. This doesn't mean they'll have, I didn't know. No, I don't know why you think that, but it's possible, but, yeah, we're, let's save that for next time. Huh. Cherry says, Gion appeared probably to remind me who my favorite is, despite I was there to cheer on Juhan. Seems like he's a jealous guy, I guess. Hi, Lou. Hope your blood work is okay. No, Hwasa was not there. Yeah, but Hwasa wasn't there. Go watch part 1 later. Oh, yeah. I showed it here, my broadcast card. It's showing it again. Yeah. First off, thanks you guys for not commenting too much. It's all good. And yeah, so when I close this live, it will automatically go private, but I'll change it to public tomorrow when I wake up, and then continue part 3 at that time. Lulu forgot it was a subunit. Oh yeah, no, all good. Yeah, they announced it. What type of card it is, and so for this time, but then other times I don't think it was a unit card, but this time, yeah, they gave a unit card, and I somehow got the one that has Gihan in it. Yeah, anyways. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll just wait like 15 seconds and wait for part 3 tomorrow. Oh, Juhan was saying a lot of things on Bubble like an hour ago. It was very touching. Yeah, it was touching. I never saw him like wrote that much before, so I was like, But I didn't think like anything special happened at M Countdown today. I wanted to assume that he was always like that. But yeah, but anyways, tomorrow part 3, the rest of the story and his bubble. Yeah. Okay, I gotta go. Good night. Take care. See you tomorrow.